Hello everyone, and we are continuing our little War of the Sprout pre-release top 10 with our top 10 black cards to play during your sealed pre-release. That was a mouthful, let's get to it. First up at number 10, Leon's Triumph. So this is basically what they call an edict effect. It makes your opponent sacrifice a creature. It's 2 mana, instant speed, so you can kind of get them maybe after combat, end of turn type of thing. But most of the time, they're going to be sacking, well, let's say almost all the time, they'll be sacking their worst creature, which, can be like, oh, here's a little 1/1. Or maybe it's, an actual card that you need to deal with, or just something that you want to get rid of because you need to get through for damage. So it's nice. It's just not the most efficient removal, we'll say. And then it has a little extra if you have a Liliana Planeswalker, they have to discard a card. Probably not going to happen unless you get super lucky because that's a mythic. So, I mean, if you're getting that already, hats off to you. Play these as many of these as you can. At number 9, we have more removal. Bleeding Edge. This one, I feel like it might be better than it actually is, but on paper, it just looks so slow to me. But I do like it. It's 1 black, so I don't like that double black already. It's hard to splash that. Sorcery speed, not liking that. And it only does -2/-2, which can get plenty of things. Don't worry, it gets a lot of things. You can use it after combat. And then you get to amass 2. So you're making a 2/2. Really like that. So 3 mana, -2/-2, make a 2/2. That's a lot of things going on there. I like them all. It's just, it feels that sorcery speed really hurts it, but I'm still going to play as many as I can. And, going to be a mainly black deck, but that's why it's at number 9, not a little bit higher for me. Coming at number 8, Command the Dead Horde. And now this one, as if you're on this, I love taking things from the graveyard and putting them on the battlefield. 6 mana, that's usually what you'll pay for this type of thing if you can get multiple. And with this one, you can get multiple. It's just going to cost you some life. So this one's very risk reward because you're going to be taking life away from you to hopefully get some good creatures. And if you're behind, maybe you're not going to be getting that many creatures. But if you're on parity, you can probably get a couple, which is nice. So it really depends on what your opponent or you have in the graveyard, of course, which is always a factor that's not very reliable, we'll say. So I like this card for what it can do because its ceiling pretty high, but its floor pretty low. So that's why I put it at number 8. Coming at number 7, Spark Harvest. Hey, 1 mana removal, I'll take that, even if I have to sacrifice a creature. Or, late in the game, you have enough mana, you can just pay the full cost of 5 mana, destroy target creature or planeswalker. That's fine too. I mean, games are going to go long. This is great early game, great late game. Love it. Coming at number 6, Dead Horde Invasion. It's kind of like a weaker Bitter Blossom. Just say it, not very high on amass. I think it's an okay mechanic. I just don't like that you make a 1/1 or you just keep making that 1/1 bigger. I wish you could spread it out, but oh well. And this one, it's nice because you're definitely going to be having an army token all the time. And when it gets big enough, you get lifelink, which is very nice. But I don't know. I just feel like this is great early game, but late game, it's not going to be doing enough for you. Maybe it's making you a chump blocker every turn, but it's also costing you life. So if you're behind, you're only losing 1 life instead of maybe 5 against that 5/5, but eventually you're going to die. I don't know. I like the card. I'm probably going to run it any black deck. It's just, I feel like it should be a little bit better, but still, hey. At number 5, we have Eternal Taskmaster. 2 mana for a 2/3. Heck yeah, I'll play that. I mean, it was kind of a common before, but it was always a really good common. And when it attacks, you just pay 3, get something for your graveyard to your hand. I love that. Hey, maybe you're just going to attack once and this thing's going to die. Still, you get a creature back from your graveyard to your hand that, they had to use a kill spell on or something, or trade a good creature for, we'll say. Love that. This is an awesome card that can get you multiple creatures if you're lucky. And, even if you're not, you still at least get 1. Coming in number 4, a very good removal at common, Lissas Cruelty. So 3 mana, -5/-5, and if a creature died, you exile it. That's all upside, and it's instant speed. This card's amazing. Run as many of these as you can in your black deck. It kills a ton of things. Make sure that you can't get them back from the graveyard. So yeah, just such a good card. And at common, this should easily be an uncommon, but definitely pushed. Love this card. At number 3, we have one of my favorite cards, Massacre Girl. I mean, 5 mana, 4/4. Maybe that's not the best stats, but still, they're fine. This could easily have been like a 3/3 for what it does. Has Menace, great. And when this enters into play, all the creatures get -1/-1. So if one creature dies that way, everything gets another -1/-1. Everything dies that way. Everything gets another -1/-1. You see where I'm going with this? This could easily be a board wipe if there's just a 1/1 on the board, a 2/2, then a 3/3. Like, it just gets crazy. If you have bounce effects with this, that's amazing. She's hard to deal with on her own. I love this. Love this card. So good. Coming at number 2, surprise, God Eternal Bond 2. 5 mana, 5/6 with Menace. That's fine. I mean, yeah, that's going to be hard to deal with. Has 6 toughness to block. You're going to at least kill 2 creatures, that's for sure. But when it comes to play, you can sack cards to draw cards. And that is always good late game. When you have just a ton of mana out, you have like 12 mana for some reason, sacrifice 5 of those land and draw 5 cards. Holy crap, that was good. And of course, as always, has a God Claw, so it's going to be coming back. You're going to be doing that thing again where you get to sack and draw more cards. This guy's just a beast. Love him. And of course, before we reach our number 1, some honorable mentions. Tithebearer Giant. 6 mana, a little expensive for a 4/5, but when it comes to play, draw a card, lose a life. Hey, that's fine and sealed. Late game, draw a card, lose a life. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You can lose 1 life. Don't worry. So yeah, this guy is a little expensive, like I said, but still gonna play him at least 1. 2 might be a little iffy. Next, we have Aid the Fallen. So it's 2 mana. You can return a creature card and or a planeswalker to your hand. Of course, you want to get both, but even playing 2 mana just to get 1 creature, you know, maybe that's not the most exciting thing, but you're still gonna do it. Yeah, I mean, this is always something that's kind of annoying. Just like you deal with their creature and then they play something like this and get their creature back. You deal with their creature and planeswalker and they get it back. You're just gonna get tilted. And last, Bond of Revival. Talking about returning things from the graveyard. This one gets it from your graveyard and puts it right on the battlefield with haste, so you can attack it right away. 5 mana, a little pricey, but hey, still gonna play it. At least 1 if I have like a really good creature that I know I want to hit. If I'm just, my deck's maybe a little underwhelming and I need more creatures, cut this and just put another like okay creature in just because I want to pay 5 mana to get back a 3/3 that doesn't do anything type of thing. So, all right. And for our number 1 card in black, Finale of Eternity. This card is bonkers. X black. Destroy up to 3 target creatures with toughness X or less. And the, clause of if X is 10, which is probably never going to happen. But, you get to return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield, which is amazing. I mean, if this wasn't good enough, that's just broken. But basically, let's say this is at 5 mana total. So you get to destroy 3 creatures with toughness 3 or less. That's going to be a lot of creatures. That's a lot of things to kill. Yeah, this card can just wreck a whole side. Love this card. It's probably the best finality out of this. White's very close, but I think this one's better just because it's removing things. Black looking very good with all the awesome creatures and the removal. Always great for limited. Black always a force to be reckoned with. So let me know in the comments what you think. What should be higher? What should be lower? Did I miss anything? We'll discuss it there. And see you next time. This program brought to you by viewers like you.